much time we got in practice?
About 9 minutes. 8 minutes.
8 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go take a break too then. That's my first attempt at my own paint job. And now that I figured it out, I can get me a new one for the B cup. I can try. I've never done it before.
Yeah, I think we'll be alright.
Somebody can hand.
How about I admin for you there, Rudy?
Yeah, you can put me admin if you want, Rudy. Have somebody else too.
Yep, you know I admin races all the time, so. Number 7.
Lucky number 7.
But I'm going to close out and rejoin here real quick so I can refresh everything and make sure everything's running good because I'm having a little bit of issue right here for a second.
Yep.
7 minutes.
Did you already add me as admin? Okay. Yeah, do it before I leave. That way you have time to do it.
Is Steve admin too?
That's right, yep.
Yeah. I can give my best to admin. You'll have to give me I have the commands here, so. Okay, and that's exclamation point and then the car number.
I'll take care of the waving and stuff like that. I have that all set up in my voice attack.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll admin from up in the tower. It's not a problem.
Okay. We'll just tell them no 3 wide on 3 starts through the first curve. Yep. Yep.
Channel switched. left your channel.
All right, welcome here to Auto Club. We're going to be running 70 laps here tonight. Just kind of wanted to throw this up for everybody. Trucks here at Auto Club California, better known as. Want to see how good this is going to turn out. I'm not really too fond of the camera pack, so I'm going to make my own camera pack eventually. But I started working on this one. It's not too bad, but I'm going to make it a little bit better. I've changed a few of the things that I wanted to change. But if you're just joining me in Twitch here for the first time, make sure you click on that follow button down below. After this week here, we'll be back to our regular schedule of broadcasting 6 nights a week. And I hope to see all you Twitch viewers in chat. I can't have the chat window up tonight, but had an awful lot of drivers out here tonight turning some very good times, so let's see how these guys are going to run out here now qualifying. Hopefully we'll get some good lap times in. Kyle Putt's on the pole so far. David Washington in second, Dylan Jones third, Martell fourth, Ringler fifth, Duncan in sixth, Craze coming in seventh, Newland eighth, Armitage ninth, and Abella in 10th.
User joined your channel.
Hey, Bobby. Bobby? I'm broadcasting right now.
User left your channel. Hey, wake up. Hey, wake up.
All right, let's get a rundown here of the grid as these guys all get ready to go around here. Kyle Putz on the pole with a 41.771. Mr. Beach on the outside in the number 30. David Washington in the 000 starting third. Cole Williams in the 46 starting fourth. Dylan C. Jones starting fifth in the number 35. Everett Martell in the number 40 starting sixth. Trent Ringler in 26th starting 7th. In 8th, David Shutt. Let's get down here to a different camera angle. There we go. That's a better camera angle. All right, Adrian Duncan starting in 9th in the 007. Robert Craze starting in the 10th spot in the 00. Mark Newland in the 96 starting 11th. Darren Armitage in the number 3 starting 12th. In 13th, the 129 of Sergio Abella. In 14th, the number 9 of Norman Sedlick. In 15th, the 59 of Alex Peck. In 16th, the 22 of Ryan Eckstein. In 17th, the 98 of Daniel Schmidt. In 18th, the 36 of Kerry Edwards. In 19th, the 14 of Steve Hurst. In 20th, the 51 of Paul Cohen. In 21st, the number 11 of Edward Smith. In 22nd, the 23 of Donald King. In 23rd, the 07 of Gary Weaver. In 24th, the number 7 of Carl Jones, which I believe Carl's not in the race. He is adminning, so thank you, Carl. In 25th, the number 88 of Tyler Andrews. Nicholas Caressel starting in the 26th spot in the number 6. In 27th, the 43 of Chuck Runyon. Back here, 29th in the 42, Chris Cherkoy. In 30th, John Estes. Looks like we've got a lot of the guys have not taken to the grid. So let's get back up here to our leader as he's getting ready to bring them around here. $70 laps here tonight, so long ways to go for these guys. As Kyle Putz brings them around in the number 5. Big field here tonight, quite a few drivers. All right, pace car ducks off. Kyle brings them down. Nice and easy. And green flag is in the air. 70 laps here at Auto Club, California. Mr. Beach swings it up a little high. Swings it back down and now brings it down into turn 1. Goes side by side with Kyle Putz. Mr. Beach actually on the preferred line, but Kyle Putz really coming into the turn good. It looks like he is going to come out of that turn ahead of Mr. Beach. Still a little bit side by side, but all right, the 000 right in there, sticking his nose in under Mr. Beach now. David Washington looking to take over that second spot, and it looks like he does. And we've got a couple tangled up back in here. Looks like the number 40 going to get into that. Let's take a look back here and see if we can figure out what happened. It looks like he just gets loose and comes down across and is going to gather up a few of the guys. So, All right, so they do have some resets. He's trying to get that thing around to pit road. And Kyle Putt's bringing him back around here as caution number 1 flies on lap 2. Don King, this is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Don, I know it's really early to tell, but how is the truck feeling out there for you tonight?
Well, actually, it feels a little bit tight with this setup, but, you know, hopefully we'll get her going here, and we'll see what happens.
Well, you know, this is a new track, and some of the guys have not really had a lot of experience on this track, track only being like a little over a week old, but let's see how these guys can handle it out here, and good luck tonight, Don.
All right, thank you, Rudy. Main thing is, guys, just got to take it easy a little bit, you know. Take her easy, long race.
All right. Truck acting a little on the tight side, so we'll see how these guys are going to be able to manage this out here. One caution out already on lap 2, not what we wanted to see. But hopefully we'll get these things figured out here and get back up and get these things back underway here in just a minute. Kyle Putt's clutching his motor. Sounds like he might be shutting his motor off. All right, the lights go off on the pace car. Next time by, we're going back to green flag racing here at Auto Club tonight. 70 laps to go. Or, hey, 70 laps race, 65 to go. Long race ahead of these guys. All right, pace car ducks off. Kyle Putt's holding them back. Green flag, here we go. Once again, takes off. David Washington on his outside in the 000. Mr. Beach hooking up right behind him. He drops it down to the inside as Kyle Putt starts pulling away. And it looks like he's bringing Cole Williams right along with him. Mr. Beach on the inside of David Washington now going into turn 3. Slips it back just a little. David Washington way up high. David Washington falls back to the 4th place now as everybody trying to find the right line around this place. Mr. Beach into 3rd. We've got Trent Ringler into 5th now. Dylan C. Jones falling back to the 11th, 12th place. Not sure what's going on with Dylan. Well, let's go back through the field here a little bit. David Shutt up to the 6th place. Darren Armitage 7th. And we've got some great battles going on back here in the field. Alex Peck on the inside in the number 59. Gets a great run trying to pass the number 9 right there. The number 9 being, I don't even see him. Norman Sedley. Oh, we've got a wreck. Mark Newland looks like. Well, let's go back here and see if we can find Mark and find out what happened. Looks like it happened way up ahead of Mark. It looks like Adam Duncan. Let's take a wander back here one more time. Adrian Duncan. Oh, we've got a couple that hit up into the wall. That would be the number 46 of Cole Williams, and it looks like him and Mr. Beach may have got together. All right, let's go back and take a look at that. That may have been what started this whole ball rolling right here. Him and Mr. Beach getting together. It looks like Cole just gets loose, and Mr. Beach tags him in the rear and in the front. Wow. That sends Cole up the hill, comes back down across the track, gets collected into by a few other guys. So a lot of guys tore up by that. Let's see if he's now got his truck fixed back up and back up front. Kyle Putt still leading him around. Looks like a lot of guys have pitted, but the front 10 have not pitted. Trent Ringler, David Schott, Alex Peck, Norman Sedlick, Ryan Eckstein, Daniel Schmidt, Paul Cohen, Edward Smith, and John Estes did not pit. Everybody else has pitted. Kyle leading all the laps so far. .23 trucks still on the lead lap. Dylan C. Jones, this is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy?
That's Rudy.
Dylan, good to see you out there running in the 12th spot right now. You think you can get back up to the front and have anything for the leaders?
We get a few green flag laps here. I definitely think I'm fast enough to get up to the front there.
Roger that. I know you got a long ways to go. Guys got to start showing a little patience. These things are new to everybody out here, so it's a little tricky, tough to get a hang on it. But wish you good luck out there tonight, Dylan.
All right, thanks, Rudy.
A little tricky driving out there. This is already the second caution out of 11 laps. Hate to see that, but lights off on the pace car, and everybody gonna start doubling back up here as we're gonna go back to green flag racing next time by. Shutt gonna be starting in third, Alex Peck in fourth. Could be a little bit of a tangle here for these guys. Alex Peck, pretty good driver. Norman Sedlick, another one. Ryan Eckstein, a good driver. A lot of good drivers up here in the front right now, so we're going to have to wait and see how this is going to play out for these guys. Kyle Putt's being dominant here so far tonight, leading all the laps so far. This brand new facility here, they say it's a sister track to Michigan, but Well, I'll tell you what, it may look like it, but it sure does handle a lot different in the turns than Michigan does. I don't know what the difference is. There could be a difference in banking, could be the apex, in and off apex to the turns, not sure. But I guess these guys are going to, eventually we'll get it all figured out. And I did have a nice setup on here yesterday that I ran, and it ran pretty decent. And actually it was good for about maybe 25-30 laps, and it wasn't fast, but it handled well, and that's going to be the key here, getting one that'll handle well. All right, pace car ducks off. Kyle Putz bringing them to the line. Trent Ringler on the outside. These guys going to go door to door going into turn one, and we have the green flag. Quite the gaggle of trucks as they come around and go into turn one. Alex Peck down on the low side in the number 59, the 26 of Trent Ringler staying up on the high side. He does fall back just a little as David Shutt rolls into the second spot. And now Ringler there hanging on the outside, and him and Alex Peck going door to door going into turn three. Alex Peck does clear him and slides it up in front of Trent going into the third spot. Norman Sedlick now up to the 5th place. A little bit of the changing of the guard up in front, but nobody has been able to get by our leader Kyle Putz at the moment. As David Shutt hanging right onto his back bumper, not letting him get out there too far. Alex Peck coming in third. Trent Ringler hanging on in fourth. Norman Sedlick fifth. Ryan Eckstein in the 6th spot. One of our league members here. Well, let's go back and check and see how he's doing. Running into 29. Now got Mr. Beach on his inside as they go side by side going down the backstretch. And Mr. Beach clears him and takes over that position. So Ryan Eckstein going back to 7th place. Coming to take lap 16, so 15 laps will be in the books when they cross the line, folks. Oh, we've got a couple of them that do tag the wall. It look like the 26 going way, way up high. Everybody going low as he hit the wall coming off the 4, and we do have another caution. And it looks like the 07 of Gary Weaver. Let's go back and take a look. And it looks like it was just a self-spin, but he spins her down on, I believe he's going to go down maybe onto the grass here, and it looks like he's going to go back out onto the track. So that's what's going to bring out the caution here on lap 17. Gary Weaver. Don't look like he hit anything. Can he get that thing back up here? And let's see how they can do. Kyle Putz still leading them around. We may see some pit stops now, as these guys have got a few laps on these tires. 17 laps on them. We may see them come down pit road. I'm sure everybody out there would welcome some fresh tires right now. Let's see what the leaders are going to do. And it looks like our leader is going to come down pit road. So the leader comes down, everybody following him down. The 26 there of Trent Ringler in second. So let's take a look here as they come down to their pit stalls. Let's see how they can, what their strategy is. Whether they're going to do 2 tires or 4 tires or no tires. Everybody probably wanting a little fuel in that thing too. Kyle Putz slides it to a stop. Mr. Beach in his pit stall. Everybody coming in. Right side's going on. Left side's going on. And Kyle Putz looks like is going to maintain that top spot. But let's go out here and take a look here. Robert Craze still out here on the track, I believe. Nope, Robert Craze was on pit road too, I believe. Nope, he stayed out. All right, he stayed out. So Robert Craze does stay out. So this is going to kind of shake up a little bit. He is going to lead a lap. "22 trucks on the track. Everybody on the lead lap right at the moment. Don't believe we have any wave bys right now. Nobody lost any positions on that. They just, Gary Weaver just spun, self-spin, and took it down across the grass, slid it back up onto the track, and brought out the caution. So Robert Craze leads 1 lap so far. Everybody getting back out here on the track. It looks like Darren Armitage will start second. Kyle Putz restarting third. David Washington fourth. Mark Newland fifth. Trent Ringler going to start sixth. David Shutt seventh. Alex Peck back in eighth. Mr. Beach in ninth. And Cole Williams rounding out your top 10.
Buddy joined your channel.
What are you doing?
Watching your broadcast.
Oh. Heck, I thought you'd come in here and help me commentate. Already the third caution. And we've only had 1 lead change because Robert Craze has finally taken the lead away from Kyle Putz. So 1 lead change,
Yeah.
3 cautions.
Yeah, I saw the 1 caution self-spin.
Well, that's what the last one was too, just a self-spin. I haven't... the second one was a little bit of tanglement up there. Mr. Beach and... can't remember the guy's name that got into it. Looked like the guy got loose there, and Mr. Beach kind of tapped the rear of him as he was right behind him, and then when the guy started coming around, he hit the front of him and sent him right up into the wall. So, but they got resets. I gave them 3 resets, so hopefully they'll use them wisely.
Yeah. I don't even have what's the name open. I don't even have this track.
Oh, I thought you had it.
No. I have to buy it, and I ain't got no money to buy that right now.
That's all right.
Maybe Friday.
Well,
Looks like a hell of a track, though.
Yeah, it is pretty nice. It's a beautiful track. All right, well, the lights are off on the pace car, and we're going back to green flag racing again here. Robert Cray's going to bring him down. Robert pretty good in practice. Not too bad. So let's see what he's got for these guys up here in the front now. He's going to be restarting with Kyle Putz right behind him. That's got to be making him a little bit nervous, I think.
Yeah, he's shaking. Old tires too. You got to give him a half a lap.
Yeah. Well, he did stop on the last caution, so they're not real old. 5-6 laps. Okay, pace car ducks off. Robert brings him to the line. And green flag. Well, let's see if he's got enough here to go into turn 1 and stay ahead of Kyle Putz. Kyle right on his bumper. On the outside there, the number 3 of Darren Armitage. Darren goes way up high. David Washington now there. Oh, and Robert goes way up high too. And it looks like Kyle Putz is going to get by him. Coming down the backstretcher side by side. And it looks like Kyle Putz is going to take him going into turn 3. Now David Washington looking to the inside of Robert Cray's. If he can hold it going into the turn here. It looks like he did a good job of holding on to that, staying way down low. Getting a little bit of drafting help from Kyle Putz. Kyle dives it down into the bottom there, trying to keep it off of David Washington. So David Washington into the second place now. Kyle Putz pulling away by about 0.3 of a second. Robert Cray's about to be passed again. I believe that's the number 96 of Mark Newland, looking like he's going to get by him. Mr. Beach may be following suit. It looks like the low line might be the line to take going through the tri-oval. So Mark Newland up to 3rd, Mr. Beach in 4th. Robert Cray's goes back to 5th. We've got quite the side-by-side battle going on back here. The number 46 on the inside, the 46 of Cole Williams, and bringing a bunch of guys with him. Trent Ringler. And it looks like the number 6 of Nicholas Caruso coming up through 2. So a lot of these guys really battling for this position as Mr. Beach goes into the 3rd spot now. Out here in a little bit of clean air because he's got a little space between him and David Washington, so pretty much almost like running in clean air. Looking back on Mark Newland right behind him. Oh, and the 46 getting way off of the pace. Clear down across the grass. Looks like he's going to try to save it. Oh, man, did he ever do a good job of trying to save that. I'm not sure. It looks like he brought it back up onto the track. So Cole Williams going way down across the grass and losing a ton of positions. Looks like he went clear back to the 21st position. The whole field got by him. Alex Peck has taken his truck behind pit wall. Not sure why, but maybe he decided this track just wasn't for him. Not sure. Looking ahead to our leaders now. David Washington right on the back bumper of Kyle Putz. Not letting him get out there too far. Mr. Beach doing a good job here of staying within grasp of these leaders. Just back here a half a second behind our leader, so that's all they got to do is make a mistake and he can take the lead. I think Mr. Beach might be backpedaling it just a little bit to try to save a little fuel. 26 laps in the book, taking lap 27. Looks like Kyle might have tapped the wall there. Let's go up here and ride along with Dave Washington as Dave tries to hang on to Kyle Putz. Now he's pushing them down the front stretch. These two may be trying to distance themselves from the back of the field. Is David using every bit of that track to try to hang on to his back bumper and keep into that draft? It looks like he does get a run on the inside as Kyle slips. David Washington going for the lead. Well, let's see if he's got it coming to the line. Yes, he does. He does get the lead away from Kyle, and now Kyle slips back to the second spot. Kyle now trying to get by, does the crossover maneuver, and tries to get back by David, and it looks like he does get back by David. Now Mr. Beach up into the mix here. Going for second spot. Looks like Mr. Beach does have a run and does clear him, but David Washington not liking that coming through the tri-oval. Looks like he may be looking at trying to take another run on the inside. And David Washington takes back over second spot as these two battle it out up here for second. Great racing by these two. And now Mr. Beach looks on the inside again. This is great racing right here. These guys putting on a great show here. I'm telling you, this is awesome to see this beautiful track right here, and these guys having a great time out here racing each other. Mr. Beach coming across the line in second. David Washington now third. David Shutt coming up into the fourth position. Now wants to get up there and get into the mix also. Let's take a look at him. He's being closely followed right there by Nicholas Caressel in the number 6. Mark Newland going way up high. Mark going to lose a position there. I believe he loses that to Dylan Jones. So Dylan Jones now up into the let's see, Dylan Jones now up into the 6th position as Nathan Sedlick gets by him, or Norman Sedlick, I'm sorry. Norman Sedlick getting by Mark Newland also. So Mark Newland losing a couple of spots just in turn 3 and 4. We got a brand new leader out here, Mr. Beach. Kyle Putz battling door to door here, side by side with David Washington. David going way up the hill, and that could be costly for him. Mr. Beach diving it down into the bottom. And it looks like Kyle Putz may have the run coming off the turn here to get by David Washington. No, they're still side by side going down the backstretch, going into 3. Still right there door to door battling each other. David Shutt behind them looking on. Let's go back here to Nicholas Caressel. Running in the 5th spot. Right now they've got a good battle going on up here, and it looks like somebody tapped David Washington and kind of got him a little squirrely in the turn. I don't know, man. That was kind of weird. I'm sorry, that wasn't him. That was Dylan Jones. No, that was David Washington. Now David Washington right on the back bumper of Nicholas Caressel, saying, you guys tapping me going into the turns, I'm going to put the pressure on you. And we're coming up with about a 7 or 8 car battle or truck battle here. David Washington on the inside of Nicholas Caressel. Oh, and he bumps Nicholas up the hill that time. I guess that was tit for tat. You bump me, I bump you back. Nicholas losing a couple of positions on that. So, but good, that was some good, clean fun right there. All right, Mr. Beach still up front. Oh, Nicholas way down off the pace. Good save. Might have got a little bit loose coming off the 4, but boy, did he ever do a good job of saving that. Dylan Jones in 5th. I believe that's where he was. Yeah, Dylan Jones in 5th. Norman Sedlick in 6th. Nicholas Caressel back here in 7th. Mark Newell in 8th. And taking up the rear of this front pack right here, Darren Armitage. And then back here, Trent Ringler trying to get back up to these guys, but without draft, he's starting to lose a lot of... oh, he comes down pit road. Trent coming down pit road. Looks like Ryan Eckstein lost it going off of the turn also, but no caution. And now we're past the halfway mark here, taking lap 37. A little past halfway, so these guys are going to really start, probably going to start feeling a little bit of tire fall off about now. Let's get back up here to our leader, Mr. Beach, leading them around here. Kyle Putz hanging right in 2nd. David Shutt in 3rd, and David Washington in 4th. So we've got the David and David show up here in 3rd and 4th. Dylan Jones now in 5th. Well, Dylan Jones said he had a little something maybe to get back up to the front, and here he is running in the 5th spot in the number 35, doing a great job of it. As these front 5 now starting to pull away from 6th place Nicholas Caressel. And it looks like Sergio Abella and Trent Ringler have taken their trucks behind pit wall. So now we have 19 trucks on the racetrack. Only one of them a lap down, Tyler Andrews, and I believe he's in pit road. Nicholas Caressel starting to feel a little bit of the draft, I believe, off these trucks. He's saying they do draft really well here. Actually, probably just a little too well, I think. Pretty much about like Michigan. They do draft a little too well, I think. It's not good for the leaders trying to get away. They can't. Everybody can draft up behind them and take that position away from them. But Mr. Beach leading the way here, and I'm telling you what, he's really come a long ways up through this field, going back and forth, you know, up positions, back positions. Now looks like David Washington on the inside of David Shutt as they come off of turn 2. Can't quite get it done this time. Gonna have to duck it back in behind Shutt. Dylan Jones just hanging in limbo right there in 5th spot. Now Nicholas Carreso has closed up on these guys, and he may be up into the mix. We may have a 6 or even a 7 truck battle here before any more than a couple more laps here. We're going to have a 7 truck battle. Mr. Beach still leading them around. Kyle Putz right on his bumper. Let's ride along here with Dylan Jones looking ahead to David Washington. These guys look like they're having a good time out here. Trucks seem to be hooked up. Got a few laps on these tires to get them warmed up, and they've really been getting some good grip now. David Washington a little bit backed off of it just a little bit. Nicholas Carreso does get by Dylan Jones and moves into the 5th spot. So Dylan Jones going back to 6th now. So Nicholas Carreso has turned up the heat on these guys. Definitely coming up through the field now, trying to get, might be looking on the inside of David Washington here going into turn 1. Everybody's staying down on the low line there to protect that position, and it looks like they're really getting a good run coming off of 2. Nicholas looking on the inside of David Washington going into 3. May take that position away from David. Not sure if he's going to be able to hold on to it. Does get a pretty good run coming off. David way up high. Dylan Jones staying up here, and it looks like David Washington going to lose 1 position to Nicholas Carreso. So great battles going on up in the front by these guys. Guys putting on one heck of a show up here. 43 laps in the book, just took lap 44, so long ways to go yet. And we've got a 6 truck battle up in the front right at the moment here. Coming up way back here in 7th, Norman Sidlick. Way back behind them front 6, but you know, I want to stay up here with these guys because David Washington now on the inside of Nicholas Carreso wanting to take that position back. Great side-by-side battles going on here at Auto Club California track. I was just dying for this track to come out, and now it's out, and I'll tell you what, it's a little on the tricky side, but it's still a beautiful facility, a huge track. Got a little bumps in the turns. I believe there's a couple bumps in turn 1 and a couple in turn 3, and they do kind of get you a little bit squirrely. Mr. Beach really showing the way here tonight, has pulled out to just a little bit of a lead. Great battle going on in the back here with these guys. It looks like David Shutt getting by Kyle Putz. Kyle Putz falling back 1 position. Was in 2nd there for the longest time and led a ton of laps. It looked like Kyle led about 27 laps so far tonight. Mr. Beach now only leading 14 so far. Nicholas Carreso hanging on in 4th. Let's go back here and take a look at Ryan Eckstein back here in the 12th position in the number 22, running all by himself back here, nobody to help him. And it looked like he may have got past there coming across the line, so, but he did passing. Somebody slipped back, Daniel Schmidt, I believe. But Ryan Eckstein coming to the line here, going to take the 12th position. Oh, excuse me, 10th. He just moved up to 10th. We may have some people on pit road. It looks like David Washington way off the pace, or he is on pit road. Him and Dylan Jones coming down pit road. And it looks like maybe fuel-only pit stops. Everybody else is going to have to pit eventually, so we're going to have to see how this is going to work out for these guys. But let's get back up here to our leader, Mr. Beach. Definitely hooked up. David Shutt in second, Kyle Putz third, Nicholas Caressel fourth. These two here have been doing a little practicing on this race. Kyle Putz looking to the inside now of David Shutt as they come into the turn side by side. And it looks like Shutt may have an advantage on him coming to the line. Kyle Putz going to have to duck it back in behind. Oh, man, I'm telling you, that looked bad there. That was pretty rough. Kyle Putz happened to fall way back to the 4th position, slid it up right in behind Nicholas Caressel. Kyle Putz comes right up on his tail, but has to almost has to hit the brakes, I think, to keep it off of him. Side by side going on behind Mr. Beach. These guys really putting the pressure on him. He cannot afford to make a mistake, because if he does, they're going to be right up there taking the top spot away from him. 20 laps to go now. These guys are going to have to come down pit road, I believe. Looks like David Shutt and Kyle Putz have only pitted one time, so I believe we're going to have to see them come down pit road here before much longer. And that could change everything. Dylan Jones and David Washington already pitted, and they're way back. Well, matter of fact, David Washington's just ahead of the leaders. Go up and see where he's at. He's just up ahead of them here just a little bit. Lost his teammate there, though. Dylan Jones kind of checked out on him, got off the pit a little bit quicker. He's running about 3 seconds ahead of David Washington right now. But these leaders are closing up on him pretty quick. We got a bunch more trucks here going a lap down. It looks like Darren Armitage, Ryan Eckstein, Everett Martle, and Daniel Schmidt going one lap down, as they were just far enough behind these leaders that when they pitted it put them a lap down. David Shutt looking like he is trying to get a run on Mr. Beach, and caution does fly, and this is good for the leaders. Let's see where the caution is. Edward Smith, I'm showing. Let's see if we can get a peek here of what happened to Edward. Might have been a self-spin. Nope, looks like the 51 come up into him. The 51 of Paul Cohen Comes up into the number 11 of Edward Smith and definitely gets him out of shape. All right, well, didn't look like he hit anything, so that's good for him. But let's get up here to our leaders and see what our leaders are going to do. Everybody coming down pit road. We're going to watch and see what these guys are going to do here. I'm sure we're going to see some, probably a lot of pit change strategy going on here. Mr. Beach comes into his pit stall. Kyle Putt's coming in. Looks like Nicholas Caressel just went on through pit road. Gonna stay out and be our leader, I guess. These guys taking 4 tires and fuel, and they're away. So Mr. Beach comes in the leader and goes out in 4th place. Our new leader going to be Nicholas Caressel. And we've got a couple of lap down trucks up ahead of them here. The number 3 of Darren Armitage and Ryan Eckstein. These guys wanting to get their lap back. Mark Newland going to be restarting 2nd. David Shutt 3rd. Mr. Beach going to be restarting 4th. Kyle Putz 5th. And it looks like Cole Williams going to be up to... Oh, Nicholas Caressel does come down pit road now. So that will relinquish the lead to Mark Newland. Mark Newland will get credited for leading that lap. 15 laps to go right now, folks. Anything can happen here. These guys... a lot of these guys that have been up front here have been running so good. That was a long green flag run. Let's see if we can get down here and get a word in with Mark Newland.
I'm through.
Mark Newland, this is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy?
10-4.
Mark, you think you got enough to stay out there ahead of these fast guys that are in behind you? And how's the truck running for you tonight?
It's running pretty good. I got the baby screaming in the background. But actually, I was in 5th. I came into pit, and the caution came out when I was still on pit road, coming off pit road. So I got 4 tires and everything. I just given a gift. So according to the game, I'm first, so I'll take it.
Roger that. Well, you think you can keep it up ahead of... you got some pretty fast guys right in behind you there, Shutt and Mr. Beach and Kyle Putz. Can you stay up there ahead of them?
I hope so, but I don't know. It's just the first time I've raced this track on the oval circuit, so I'll try. We'll see.
All right, Mark. Well, good luck tonight, buddy, and maybe we'll see you in Victory Lane. All right, coming to 14 to go this time, and trucks ahead of him should be getting the way by. Looks like they do, and Mark can tighten up the field now. As the lights go off on the pace car, and we're getting ready to double back up and go back to green flag racing. Mr. Beach going to be restarting right behind Mark Newland, but on the outside we've got Shutt and Kyle Putt. So, boy, this is going to be a tough one right here. hopefully these guys can keep it green the rest of the way, and we'll see a great finisher come to the end of this. So, Rush, what do you think of this track?
Looks pretty good.
Nice looking track, ain't it?
Oh yeah. Cars are nice and shiny. Runs pretty fast.
Who do you think's going to pull this win out? Got any idea?
30, I think.
I think you're probably right. I think he's going to probably, once he gets a little bit of heat in them tires, he's going to start flexing his muscles a little bit, and he's going to get by some of these guys. The inside's the place to be, although the outside can be pretty fast. But all right, lights or pace car ducking off. Excuse me.
There we go.
Mark Newland leading him down. Green flag. David Shutt trying to squeeze into that little hole there where Mr. Beach was, but didn't quite get in there. Mr. Beach had a good run coming off a 2. Now let's see where they're going to be when they come down the backstretch and going into turn 3. Crossing the line, there's going to be 12 laps to go. And we've got some guys up front here that haven't been up here before. We got the 43 up front now. I believe that's 43. Gosh, I don't know. I can't tell by the number. 46 maybe. Cole Williams up in the front. Mr. Beach may have a fender. No, can't quite get it there. But Mr. Beach right on Mark Newland's tail and not letting him get too far out there. Lots of side-by-side battles going on behind him. Mr. Beach does have a fender up under David Shutt. Or Dave, yeah, he does. Okay, he's going to probably move into the second spot. He does. Shutt goes in behind him. Mr. Beach a little squirrely coming off of 4. David Shutt looking to the high side. Everybody going up the hill, diving it to the bottom. We got 11 laps to go here. Mr. Beach waiting to make his move when the time's right to get by Mark Newland. Not sure if Mark can hold him off. He said he's going to try. Boy, I'd really like to see Mark win it. I'd like to see any of these guys win it. But Dylan Jones in the 4th position. Dylan said he was going to try to get up to the front, and here he is running in 4th. Oh, he hits the wall. Man, that gathers up a bunch of the trucks behind him, slows them up, and he's going to lose a bunch of positions. So Dylan Jones, oh, he's still running in 4th. I'm sorry, that wasn't Dylan Jones. That was, I believe, Chris Chercoy. Chercoy, I believe. Mr. Beach pushing Mark down the front stretch. Mark got a little bit of tail damage there on the rear, the right rear of that truck, but not affecting his handling or anything. Aerodynamics seemed to be okay with Mr. Beach pushing him. David Shutt down or up on the high side in 3rd, getting a little help from Dylan Jones. Looks like Nicholas Carreso going back to 6th, losing a position. Well, looks like he loses that to Cole Williams. So Cole Williams back up into the mix of things in the 5th spot and trying to stay within grasp of this win. Mark Newland still out front. Mr. Beach trailing him. No changes so far. 8 laps to go. It looks like Cole Williams may have something for David Shutt. Has to check up a little bit in the turn. All right, Dylan Jones now into third. Does get by Shutt. Shutt falling back to the fourth position. Dylan going to see if he's got anything for Mr. Beach. And Mark Newland's starting to pull away from Mr. Beach. Just by a hair, but it all adds up. Mr. Beach starting to put a little distance on Dylan Jones there, about a car length in between them. Just enough to give them trucks a little bit of air in that radiator so they don't overheat. Now Nicholas Caressel looking on the inside of Cole Williams, trying to get a run by him. Mark Newland going way up high. That's just what Mr. Beach wanted. And it looks like Mr. Beach going to roll across the line ahead of Mark Newland and bringing Dylan Jones with him. Only 15 trucks left out on the track at the moment. A few other guys have taken them behind pit road. Not sure if they just figured they couldn't get in for the race here to win. They're just not going to finish it, I guess. Mr. Beach and Mark Newland going side by side. Dylan Jones sitting there in third. Not sure what he can do because he can't get out to the outside. Can't get to the inside of Mr. Beach. Just going to have to ride it out for now and see if he can bring it down. And caution does fly. Excuse me. And I believe, let's see who that was. Paul Cohen brings out the caution. So let's go back and take a look and see what happens to Paul. Oh, he gets gathered up. That's what happened. I didn't see who that was that he got gathered up into, but let's go back again here. Chris Chicoy he hits the wall, and that's what did it right there. So that's what brought out the caution. And we only have 5 laps to go right now. Mr. Beach still out in the lead. Dylan Jones right behind him, and it looks like we may have about a 1 or 2 lap shootout here to bring this thing to a close. But Mr. Beach out in the lead. Mark Newland going to be restarting third. David Shutt fourth. Kyle Putz fifth. Cole Williams sixth. Ryan Eckstein up to seventh. Robert Craze eighth. Chris Chicoy in ninth. John Estes 10th. Edward Smith 11th. Nicholas Caressel back to 12th. David Washington 13th. Everett Martle in 14th. And Paul Cohen going to be rounding out the back end of the field in 15th. It's been a pretty good race. A couple good long green flag runs. We have had a couple of cautions. Take a look here. 5 cautions. Man, that's really, I don't think that's all that bad for 70 laps. I don't think 5 cautions is too bad. I kind of usually judge it if there's 10 laps for a caution, You know, like you got 70 laps and you have 7 cautions. That's kind of not a very good race. So 5 cautions for 70 laps, I think it's not bad. You know.
Not bad at all.
Yeah. You know, the track is a little bit slick, and we've seen a couple of them were just self-spins. So, you know, all things considered, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, I see. All the crackheads, they didn't have to finish the race.
All right, let's see if they're going to get the 1 to go this time by, in which it should be 1 to go. And we're going to have a 1-lap shootout here, Rush. This is going to be a nail-biter right to the bitter end. We'll have to see if Dylan Jones has got anything for Mr. Beach up there in the lead.
If he stays on that low line, there ain't much he can do.
Mr. Beach is pretty strong right there on that low line. And he's only got 1, 2, 3, 4, and the checkered flag. So
4 corners.
Yep, 4 turns. If he can keep it on that white line and not let Dylan get a run on him, he should be okay. If
Interesting.
If Dylan gets that nose up under him, it could be over.
And it could. Viva la France!
Yep, Viva la France. The Frenchman, Mr. Beach. Alex Kemenade.
Yeah, lemonade.
Kemenade lemonade, yep. All right, lights are off on the pace car. We're going to have a 1-lap screamer, folks. This is going to be on the edge of your seat racing right here. These guys are going to put it all out on the line for 1 lap to see who's going to come home the winner here tonight. Mark Newland hanging on in 3rd, shut right there on the outside in 4th. Kyle Putz 5th. All these guys want to get up there and win it, and Mr. Beach knows it. They're going to be all over his back bumper. These guys have raced together for a long time, and they know how to race each other, so I expect to see a pretty clean race up in the front. Nicholas Carresso going to be starting way back in the 15th position. David Washington 11th.
Yeah, they fell off a lot.
Yeah. Robert Cray's coming out with a good finish here in 8th spot so far. Let's see how he can finish it tonight. All right, Rush, get ready, because they're going to be coming to the green flag here in just a minute. All right, pace car ducks off. Mr. Beach bringing him to the line. And green flag waves. For one last time, this is it right here for all the marbles. And boy, I'm going to tell you what, Dylan Jones got a shot out of the hole and is going to clear Mr. Beach and take over the top spot. And I don't think there's enough time for Mr. Beach to get back by Dylan. Oh, we got one into the wall back there, but the race is going to be over. Dylan's blocking the crap out of Mr. Beach on that low line. Oh boy, this could be it right here. We got him wrecking and piling up behind him, but it doesn't matter. Dylan Jones bringing it to the line, and we've got a side-by-side 3, almost 4 wide coming to the line. We're going to have to see who's going to come out second on that one. But Dylan Jones coming home the winner. Wow, what a finish, Rush.
Yeah, man, looks like Beach had it in the wrong gear or something.
Something, I don't know.
That was the crappiest restart I ever seen.
Yeah, I don't have the track name in here. I'm going to have to add that, but it is Auto Club. Dylan Jones wins it at Auto Club. So, all right, let's go back here. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll go back and watch the end of it afterwards, but I want to see who did finish second. Mark Newland second and Kyle Putz third. Whoa.
Beach fell to the fourth. See, he wrecked. He ruined it. He had that win and he blew it.
All right, well, let's get down here and get a word in with these guys.
All right. We'll go.
Right. Supposed to go pit road.
Buddy left your channel.
Go back on the.
Mark Newland, this is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy? Or Dylan Jones, I'm sorry. Dylan Jones, sorry.
10-4, got you, Rudy.
Sorry about that. I was getting ahead of myself. Dylan, great win. Wow, tell us about them last couple laps, because you got a shot coming off of that green flag and just shot by Mr. Beach there. Tell us about that last lap.
Got a thing shut for that restart. He bumped me right as the green came out, and just as I hit the throttle, it worked out perfect, and it put me out front there, and just had to hold that low line because can't do nothing up top.
Yeah, we've seen that, but man, what a finish. That was great. I had to actually go back and look at who got second, but congratulations, Dylan, on your win here tonight at Auto Club.
Thanks for putting this on, Rudy.
Sure thing. Glad you enjoyed it, and great win tonight. Dylan, you want to give any special shouts out to anybody?
Just thank David again for the great jump he gave me.
All right. Well, good job out there, Dylan. Track seemed to be pretty good, and it seemed to come around to you. And it turned out to be a really good race, a couple good long green flag runs. And we really like to see that up here in the booth, you know, them long green flag runs. I thought we were going to see some green flag pit stops, but as it turned out, a couple of them got caught on pit road. So, but it all worked out for everybody, and congratulations again, Dylan. Good job.
Yep, thanks.
Mark Newland, this is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy?
10-4.
Well, you didn't win it, Mark, but I'll tell you what, that was one heck of a finish. You held on to second. I don't know how you did it, but great job out there. Tell us about that last lap. You had to have been sitting like sweat rolling off of you.
I pretty much didn't think I was going to make it back around, so I was kind of surprised when we all made it out of 4. I figured somebody would crowd me on the front stretch, and I wasn't going to get it. We'd all just wreck, so I was glad to get back to the line. That's the first time I've raced the oval track here. It's a lot of fun. I'm going to race this one some more.
10-4 on that, Mark. Well, you did one heck of a job out there tonight. Congratulations again, Mark. And you want to give a shout out to anybody, a fan or anything?
Oh, just thanks for hosting the race, and I blame Beach.
Sounds good to me. Sounds good. All right, well, congratulations again there, Mark, on your second place finish. Kyle Putz, this is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy?
Yep.
Kyle, you led all them laps at the beginning of the race, and it just seemed like everybody really turned up the heat on you. Tell us about your racing out there tonight, because it just seemed like once they got by you and your truck wasn't in clean air, it was like it just wasn't as fast.
Well, for the first part of the race, I was just trying to ride around a little bit, just to kind of grab the bonus with taking the pole, so I just wanted to stay up there the best that I could, but once Beach got around me, I didn't really care, as long as I was still up in contention and whatnot. And so I just rode like the first, I don't know, all the way, and I was going to ride until we had green flag stops as long as we stayed together. But yeah, it was really tight racing, and just at the end we just caught a bad break with the 43 guy on the outside wall, and I was going to go high around him, and it looked like he was going to come up the track, so I really had nowhere to go, but straight into the back of him, so that killed the front end, and we weren't very aerodynamic as the rest of the trucks were, but definitely thought I had the truck to win the race, but just came up a little short.
Sure thing, buddy. I mean, I really thought you were going to dominate the whole race out there. You did lead 27 laps, but Mr. Beach led 28. So, but still a great race out there by everybody. And what do you think of this track, Kyle? You like it? Is it one of your favorites, or is it so-so?
Well, it's up there on the favorites list for sure. It's a blast in the Silver Crown cars for anybody that hasn't tried that yet. There's a lot of close racing in that. But truck's coming in a close second for me around here. Haven't really done anything else, but yeah, it's not bad.
All right, Kyle. Well, congratulations again, coming home third on that fantastic finish, man. That was like, there was like 4 of you wide coming to the finish line, and I didn't even know who finished second or third. So, but great job by you guys. And you want to give any shots out to any of your fans or friends?
I just want to give a big shout out to all the guys over at Norgard that were either in the race with me or watching. Those guys are a bunch of great guys to run with and be around, and I want to give a big thanks to you guys over here at MaxSpeedTV for putting this on. This was a really fun race, and hopefully we'll be back for 1 or 2 more.
Sure thing, Kyle, and thanks again, buddy. Good job out there tonight. All right, well, let's take a look here at the final results. Dylan Jones coming home the winner there on the last lap. That was an amazing finish. Mark Newland in second, Kyle Putz third, Mr. Beach finishing fourth, Cole Williams fifth, Ryan Eckstein 6th, Robert Craze 7th, good finish for Robert, David Shutt 8th, Chris Chercoy in 9th, John Estes in 10th, Paul Cohen 11th, Chuck Runyon in 12th, Edward Smith in 13th, David Washington finishing 14th, Everett Martle in 15th, Nicholas Caressel finishing 16th, Darren Armitage in 17th, Daniel Schmidt 18th, Norman Sidlick in 19th, Tyler Andrews 20th, Trent Ringler 21st, Sergio Abella 22nd, Alex Peck finishing 23rd. Don't know what happened to Alex there. Kind of really fell off. Gary Weaver bringing out one of the cautions or self-spin, finishing 24th. Steve Hurst 25th. Not a bad finish for him, but he was one of the admins. Him and Don King finishing 25th, 26th. And thank you guys for adminning this race with the help of Carl Jones. I appreciate it. Ryan Eckstein. Appreciate all you guys for all what you did tonight. Thank you so very much. Adrian Duncan finishing 27th. Chad Lofton in 28th. And Alfonso Morales in 29th. All right, well, that's going to round out the rest of the field. I had a lot of people that did not race tonight, but I wanted to take a second here to go back and take a look at this finish again, maybe from a different camera angle. So let's go back here 1 lap, and we're going to see this. I'm going to watch it from, let's watch it from the rear chase view here, but we're going to go back to Mark Newland here, and we're going to swing this around to the side and take a look at this finish, because this was one heck of a finish here. We'll go back a little ways, is because these guys were really side by side, the 3 wide coming down to the stretch. Mark Newland getting just enough of a run to get by Mr. Beach. And I think it was Mr. Beach just didn't want to be interviewed. Mr. Beach, he did not want to be on the podium. Turkey. That's that Frenchman for you. All All right, we'll come into the line. Right here is where it's going to come down to the line, and we'll try to pause it here right at the line so you can see where they finished. But right there, as you can see, coming to the line, they've got Kyle Putz right there in third, barely beating out Mr. Beach. Had him probably about a half a truck. So that was for second place. Mark Newland in the 96 second, and Kyle Putz in the number 5 finishing third. So great run by these guys. And but thanks to these guys out here for putting on a great show. I wanted to thank all the viewers. Head on over to MaxSpeedTV, check things out. If you're thinking about joining Maximum Speed Racing, we are accepting some pretty good drivers, looking for some good drivers out there. And thanks to all the guys that come over from Nordgar and raced here tonight. Had a good time watching them. Again, haven't seen them in a while. And thanks to all the guys that helped out tonight. Appreciate it.